Lab 4, 1 RM and reps to fatigue test and push-up test by John Paul De La Rosa. Warm up the subject 5 to 10 minutes of very low intensity aerobic exercise. The purpose of the 1 rep max test is to get the standard muscular strength assessment. We can also use a multiple rep max, such as the 10 rep max test, to use as a measurement of muscular strength, and it can provide information about an individual's program. Have the subject do a warm-up with a light load and doing several repetitions, around 6 to 10 reps. Then have the subject start with initial weight for the beginning of the test. Have the subject attempt a 1 RM. If successful, take a 3 to 5 minute break and increase in 5 to 15 pounds. The subject should not perform more than 1 rep max. The 1 rep max is the heaviest weight the subject can do till failure. That was the 1 rep max test. Now we will be doing the rep to fatigue test. Have the subject warm up the same way as the 1 rep max test, with low intensity aerobic exercise and warming up with weight on the bench. In this test, the subject will find a weight that they can rep to up to 10 reps. We will then use an equation to determine the predicted 1 RM. Have the subject perform as many reps as they can with a selected weight. We will then use an equation to find the predicted 1 RM. This is known as the rep to fatigue test. The strength to weight ratio. The strength to weight ratio is what you got on your 1 RM to your weight. Submaximal strength test. The difference between a submaximal strength test and a maximal strength test is that 1, you are performing reps compared to 1 when you're doing 1 rep max. You would choose a submaximal test so you can figure out the muscular strength and the information regarding the program the individual is using. The push-up test. First, explain to the client why you are doing this test. Have the clients warm up with a low-intensity aerobic exercise, such as the one as they did with the bench press test. Have them do exercises that will mimic the movements. Inform the clients on the 2 different positions, the modified and the standard position. The modified is not only for women, but it can also be used for men. The difference in the positions is in the modified, the clients can have their knees on the floor. The knees will be on the floor, the ankles will be elevated, and everything stands for the rest of the position. Make sure that the hands are pointing forward, the back is flat, the head is up, toes at the pivotal point, and your arms are under your shoulder. The client can rest only at the top position, never at the bottom position. Client must push up to a straight arm position. The client must straighten the elbow and then return to the down position. The chin must touch the floor and the stomach can never touch the floor. The client's back must be flat at all times. The score of the test is the maximum number of push-ups without rest. Show the client how to properly do everything before they start the test. This is how the modified push-up looks, with the knees on the mat and the ankles elevated. Stop the test when the client cannot do no more push-ups or when their form breaks after 2 repetitions. The purpose of the test is to evaluate the client's muscular endurance. Equation for predicted 1 RM. The equation for the predicted 1 RM is to use for the rep test. You will use the weight you lifted and the reps you use.